All right, we start. I'm playing Trying to Learn. Hooray. All right, there's 38 players. That's not a lot. Let's see. C6. He literally doesn't care. Yay, it's Farnsley. Let's see. Who are the higher rated players? Sailor, and that's it. All right. Trying to Learn is 1264. I don't know where you got 1300 from. Crazy. It's Karen. I'm playing Trying to Learn in the first round.
I'm gonna borrow this for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bob Schiffoni thought like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, he thought Omaha was going to overtake Texas Hold'em as the main game. He said Pot Lemon Omaha's just a better game, he said. But that didn't happen. It's hard to find Pot Lemon Omaha on television. But yeah. I mean, I think it's not going to ever take over because it's too hard for beginners to even understand. So, you want something simple, rules-wise, if you want to get it super popular. Even if it is a better game, it's not, that doesn't matter. Let's see, why am I worse and such? I don't want to be worse. Let's see, I don't know. They're PLO too hard. Still theory. Yay, Trying to Learn loves blocked positional games. That's his favorite. Where there's no sacrificing of any kind. Although he is playing better than me, but that's not the point. I'm not the one on trial here. I've never played PLO. I've watched PLO. I've played a lot of Hold'em. So I have no opinion on the matter because I don't know. Well, he did sacrifice material, so that's good. So if I take with the knight and then the bishop, I give up e6. If I take with the bishop and the knight, he plays bishop b4, which is barely annoying, but all right. There is luck in chess, but it's actually hard for me to explain it. I've explained it before, but there is luck in chess. Let me give you an example. Let's say a 2000 is playing a 2200 in a slow game. And let's say the night before, the 2000 was analyzing this one variation. And then, when he analyzes variations in an opening, he doesn't remember them. He might remember them that day or the next day. And then the next day, he plays a rated game with a 2200, and the guy goes into that variation. And the 2000 wins easily because he knows everything. It was lucky the guy did that. If he didn't do that, he probably wouldn't have done as well. And if it didn't happen that day, he probably wouldn't remember it later. And I've had stuff happen to me like that, the other way around. I had, there was a game, there was an opening I played with black, and there was a game between, I can't think of the Dutch Grandmaster's name. I'll think of it, but Kasparov was black. You guys haven't heard of the Dutch Grandmaster because he's not one of the famous ones. But anyway, I'll think of it eventually. And they played a game on a Friday in some GM tournament, and the guy played a line I didn't know with white, and that's the line I played black. And Kasparov played a novelty and destroyed the guy. And then the next day, I played like a 1900, 2000 in the first round. I think it was 2000. And he played the line that guy played. He didn't know the Kasparov game because it just happened. But I did. I crushed that guy. And if I didn't know the Kasparov game, I would have sat there every move confused in the opening. And I wouldn't have played as well as Kasparov. So that was just lucky that, the timing of that. Yeah, you should have played e6 there. I hate being worse and lost every game. But somebody has to do it. Always play bishop f8. What's the guy's name? Man, I can't think of the guy's name. I don't think you guys have heard of him, so you guys can't guess. No, I don't think Benjamin Bach was born during this game. Yeah. Berserk.com subscribed. Hooray. What's the guy's name? You never heard of him, so you can't name people you've heard of. Then that's wrong. QED. Man, I have no idea. He's not super high rated. He's probably 2580 FIDE. He's not one of the top 5 or 6 Dutch players. Wow, that's an interesting sacrifice. I mean, he played well that game, and then he didn't. But he did. Yeah, I don't know the guy's name. Huh. Go to the internet and look it up. Man, I don't even see his name. He hasn't played in a long time. I'll look again because I'll recognize his name if I see it. Let's see. What do you do? F4? All right. Let me see if I can find his name. Dmitry Reinderman. He's 2596. Wow. Yeah, so Reinderman Kasparov. I mean, it was over 20 years ago. I mean, it's probably 25 years ago. 1999. That's 22 years ago. Yeah. Dmitry Reinderman. Hank Azaria or Phil Hartman? I don't know. They're both like geniuses. Hank Azaria is alive, but yeah. I mean, Hank Azaria does more voices. Phil Hartman is like super funny though, so I don't know. I guess I'll pick Phil Hartman. But yeah, R.I.P.
Chrysleriana. I love those whole bodies of works.
Who do you like more, Schumann or Schubert? hasn't finished the symphony. So
Wait, which one did
Unchained Melody.
darn, I can't remember. Can't remember this. I'm not sure what my favorite is.
You missed a nice mate I did earlier where I sacked all my pieces and mated the guy, and I showed them I was going to do it, and it was like 5 moves.
Yeah.
Like sack a rook, check, sack a queen, mate. It wasn't forced, but it was the logical, conclusion. Hey Spence, what's this thing? Is that something you know about? Because you know about stuff like that. This emote or whatever that's called. What's that called?
Now I missed some of what they were saying.
What's that called?
What?
His avatar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Spencer should know what that is.
What did you say, Bon Richie?
I don't know.
You were talking about some nocturnes. I can play the E flat, the Chopin nocturne in E flat.
Who's worse, Schoenberg or Berg? That's something, my dad liked Schoenberg and Berg, and my mom had never been so mad. That's the maddest she ever was in her life. Except when my dad liked Philip Glass.
Mm-hmm. I can play one Scriabin piece. I can play Scriabin. I'm pretty sure it's Scriabin unless I've
100
got
cents
the
a dues.
wrong Scriabin.
You have to read Discord, he said. Again.
Okay, I'll read it.
He said again. And then he did this.
Mm-hmm. I can play Scriabin. I think it's the one that Horowitz is famous for playing. It's one of those etudes, and it was so blankety blank hard to play that etude, and I forgot now exactly which one it was. I think it was Scriabin.
Yeah, but Ashkenazi played it pretty well.
Nobody played it like that. Horowitz on this particular.
Yeah, I'm just
piece.
teasing.
Mm-hmm. No, you just don't even understand output. That was so hard to play.
But what about Lang Lang? What about Lang Lang?
I can play also the posthumous nocturne. I think it's opus was maybe number 20 by Chopin. I love that one. Featured in one of those movies. One of those movies. Do you guys like Herbie? Who's Herbie? Hancock or the Love Bug? Which piece? Oh, I know which piece you're talking about. How do you say that? His name? Satie. I never know how to say it.
Satie.
Satie.
Eric Satie.
Yeah, I know the piece you're talking about that everybody knows.
Gymnopédie.
That's a nice piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like, what's his name? Video.
Game pianist.
He plays that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who sings a beautiful song set to that melody? Is it, how do you say it? Gymnopédie?
Maybe.
Charlotte Church sings this beautiful song from the first moment. She
Unfortunately, Satie got in trouble for stuff with children. That's why he called it petty.
So anybody that likes that song should check out the Charlotte Church song.
Test Name Ignore gifted a sub. Hooray!
It's really beautiful.
Nickelback, pretty good.
When Elaine left a message.
Yeah, well, first of all, you didn't hear Elaine's voice. Somebody left a really sexy message to Jerry, and he thought he knew who it was, but it was just Elaine playing a trick on him. Then they all fell in love with Elaine because it was very sexual and stuff. But you never heard any of the words of the message. They didn't hear any. It was the MacGuffin.
Okay, I do vaguely remember that episode.
Well, then you have too few games played. Rachmaninoff's good. There's no doubt about it.
Who's liking some rock?
You said Rachmaninoff's better than everybody.
I tried to play that one that's famous, the chords.
It wasn't a rock. It was Rachmaninoff.
My hands really, it was strained my hands a little bit.
I have a Rachmaninoff joke, and when I told it in St. Louis, Rex Singfield was the only person in the chess club who heard of Rachmaninoff.
Really?
Yep. Nobody else heard it. There's like 20 people.
I
Like,
find
"Who?"
that hard to believe.
No, you don't. It's the St. Louis Chess Club?
See, you know what I'm talking about, Bowen and Ricci? My hands weren't big enough. That I had to drop some notes when I'm trying to play some Rachmaninoff. And actually, I think he himself was a pianist, wasn't he?
Her hands are the right size.
And also a composer. But I think he, if I'm unless I get mixed up with the other one, but big hands.
Do you know which composer was the best chess player? Rachmaninoff.
12 is fine. 13 is sometimes, but 14, I forget it. 14, you forget it. Yeah. No, I can do 11. It's been a while since I played. Yeah, I could definitely do 2 over an octave easily.
I like Panini's. Oh, Paganini.
11 was hard. My mom could do 12, and she and I had the same size hands, but she was very, very good. I guess her hands stretched somehow. I don't know what happens.
I like taking pawns.
You need
And
an
this-
octave for job.
I like the smell of napalm also. Will he let me play bishop b4? The answer is fries, which means yes. No, well, he did let me play it. It's just not as good as. I don't know. Here.
I don't know who that is. Faure.
Who?
Gabriel Faure. Doors. Philidor was a composer. That's who I thought he was alluding to.
Mm-hmm. So, one time, I'm not supposed to tell you guys this, but I met a guy who had a time machine, and we went back in time, and to talk to Philidor, and we had dinner with him, and we made a movie. You know what the name of the movie was?
No.
My Dinner with Andre.
Hey, are you leaving?
How'd you do?
Oh, I lost. But I also sacked the piece, so.
Oh.
Is that good or bad?
That's bad against Lita.
Oh.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that was Ovi
Yeah.
for people there.
Yeah, Taimanov is probably better at chess and music than Philidor. Probably. Frankly. Ooh, I can check and trade queens, and then I win the king and pawn ending by queening my b pawn. Right, sweetie?
Oh yeah, I see that. I mean, I wouldn't know how that was gonna happen, but I see how the trading queens happens.
Yeah, and then I queen my b pawn. He's like, I can stop. Wait, take there. Oh, you can't stop the b pawn. All right. I'll have to win. I'll have to win the other way to death. I'll have to. beat him
Man,
the
your chat is so
old-fashioned
much
way.
more cultural. What's the word? Cultivated, civilized, learned.
I thought
than
you civilize every room. All right, I'm 10-0, but I'm barely in first. There's only 117 players, and I want 200 players. Boo.
Well, these days they would maybe call it sampling. Did he really? He really stole the music from them? That's not very
Who
nice.
stole what from whom?
Gershwin from the African American community. For some-
Which Gershwin? Boom! Gotcha, bitches. Which Woody Allen movie is all Gershwin? This isn't a joke. I'm serious. Normally it would be a joke, but
yeah, I don't know.
Manhattan.
Okay, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it's the Gershwin the whole time. Yeah, look, Manhattan. You guys aren't as dumb as I thought, or best testing indicates.
Yeah, I'm not vegan. I like vegan food though.
Yeah, I got
See you
all
guys.
this. Look at this. He plays Bishop G7. Oh, he didn't play Bishop G7. Terrible.
I think everybody's gone.
Mm-hmm. I am not aware of the championship in Malawi. I'm aware that there's a new African basketball league. I'm aware of that. And supposedly it's good. Good.
You prefer Duke Ellington to Gershwin for the 1930s.
I have a question about Duke Ellington. Was he looking out his back door? Duke, 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 looking out my back door. You know whose favorite was Duke Ellington? John Wayne.
Oh, is that why? Is it nickname or are you just making that
I
up?
was making it up.
Oh. You guys like Beethoven? I love Beethoven.
I saw the 9th at the St. Louis Symphony with Spencer and Wes. I always wanted to see the 9th. They played it too quickly. They just, they're not. They're okay.
I saw the 9th. It was Philadelphia Symphony or Philadelphia Orchestra. I mean, top notch Philadelphia Orchestra. And then I saw the 5th perform there too. It was amazing. It was actually a guest conductor.
But how many amendments were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. So many amendments. Which one should I pick? 5th.
I don't know much Strauss. I don't. Super Mango. Seems like there's some waltzes that I know by Strauss, but I don't really know very much Strauss. Man, you guys know a lot more about classical music than I would have thought you would. Oh yeah, there are a bunch of Strausses. I forgot.
Isn't Ricard the famous one? Go Richard.
Oh, classical music goes well with chess, maybe.
Always play Bishop F8. Don't do what Donnie doesn't.
Oh, you do it for a living? You're a musician?
Giannis is a really good musician considering he's not a musician. He can play several instruments very well and he sings really well. Ridiculous. I don't understand it. This guy's very unethical.
You like to listen to Queen when you play chess. Reminds you to protect your queen.
Yeah, he actually lost on time once when he was listening to Queen because he decided in the middle of the game to go ride a bicycle. It was weird. I didn't even know who you're talking about.
It's kind of weird,
but
but that was the song that popped into my head before I even heard the joke. We are the champions. All right. Karen favorite opera. I don't really know opera a whole lot.
One time when I lived in Detroit before you were born, our backyard, it had it was absurd. Like, it wasn't even grass anymore. I don't even know what it was, like a forest, and you couldn't cut it with a lawnmower. I'm serious. I haven't gotten to the joke part yet. This is serious. Yeah, the joke part's coming, but I haven't gotten to the joke part yet. Our backyard was like grass was taller than me. That's not a joke. Okay, so the next part's not a joke either. I'll get to the joke part in a second. And so we had to cut the grass. We had to buy a sickle. If you know what I'm talking about. This isn't a joke. I'm not kidding. I haven't gotten to the joke part yet. You're laughing before the joke.
I've never known somebody get mad when they're laughed at.
Right. No, but I mean, you think I'm making a joke. I'm not. Okay. Anyway, so we went to the store to buy a sickle. Now we're getting to the joke part. And the guy said, who's cutting? Is it a man or a woman? And I said, I don't know. So he gave us a bicycle. What?
That's right, Rupert.
That's right. Who? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Also, everything I said before bicycle was true. Everything. Man, we had the long.
It's not even true.
People wouldn't cut our grass because they look and they're like, I
We
can't
don't
cut
even have
that.
grass. What are you
No, no, no,
talking
no.
about?
In Detroit.
Oh.
I said in Detroit before you were born. That's how I started
Oh.
it. Yeah, we had.
Still.
I mean,
You showed me the house, and you talked about the grass.
that was the house. Yeah, I lived in more than one place in Detroit, but that was.
You told me about it.
Yeah.
Hey, Twitchy. That's Archer. So I said somebody's here.
Yeah. Hey, it's Andrei Tarkovsky. Is he your favorite Russian director?
What's he directed?
He directed a movie called The Stalker, which has the subtitle The Zone. Do you believe me or I'm making it up?
It seems made up.
Nope.
Just because it was so mundane.
Nope. That's what it was. Yeah. That is a real film. Yeah, that's by Tarkovsky. Yeah, that movie's very strange.
Oh, you have
The-
that movie.
The highlight of the movie is a dog barking. There's not a lot of dialogue in the movie. There's not a lot, but the dog barking that then things sort of heated up because with some noise. Yeah, I saw that when I was a child. Not a good movie if you're a child. Not good. Yeah.
So, which was stranger, that or the one that's always sort of the...
No, nothing stranger than the one we saw. We need therapy for that. Santa Sangre. I mean, Eraserhead is weird, but Santa
not like
Sangre.
Santa Sangre.
Santa Sangre is like I don't know what world I'm in. Santa Sangre reminds me of the time at the doctor's office in St. Louis. I was done with the exam, and they said go over there, and they're going to take blood for whatever blood work. And I was sitting there in the chair, and they took blood, and I passed out. And when I woke up, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who I was, what room I was in. I didn't know anything. And I was like, what's happening? Like, if you asked me what my name was, I wouldn't have known. And the nurse said, Ben, Mr. Feingold. I'm like, oh, I'm Ben Feingold. Okay. And I'm giving blood. All right. But I mean, I've never been so confused when frankly, ridiculous. Pick tunes. That was like watching Santa Sangre. God damn. Knife F5 subscribed. Oh, I forgot my night was oh my God.
You're going to join the lecture tomorrow, the Rock Obama? Well, good.
What's the Russian movie
I'll
that's
probably be in it.
shot in one take and they show the museum in Leningrad or St. Petersburg? The whole movie's just one take. What movie am I talking about? Talking about something.
I mean, they've done that.
Russian
more than
Ark.
once.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, or something. Yeah. Wait, Hermitage. Well, Hermitage is the... Yeah, Hermitage is the museum, but the name of the movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it was shot in one take, and they were really worried that the camera would fog up and you couldn't see because it was really cold. And they already shot like most of the movie. So if they got to that and you couldn't see, they were like, yeah, but it worked out okay. Oh, it's my move? I thought it was his move.
Man. I've never known anybody that didn't know that you pause the clock when you get the TD and still in shock. Spencer announces that every tournament is right.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm 12-0. Hey, I'm in first. I'm 12-0.
Sad Bishop is sad.
It's Spencer. Go Spencer, but stay there. I didn't know Spencer was playing in the
I
tournament.
didn't either.
Yeah.
He was in the stream a lot. I forgot it was even a tournament.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, so I'll probably do the class the Rock Obama, and then Wednesday night's my karaoke night
Mm-hmm.
because Carl is there. Carl's the man.
He is a man.
He needs some teeth added back in
Tooth hurts.
to his head. But other than that, can't fault the man. Hey, Ein 374, thank you. Am I a Burt Reynolds fan? I mean, I'm not against Burt Reynolds. Like when I was a child, I saw Smokey and the Bandit. Loved him in that. What was that movie he was in? Where Demi Moore had those fake tits. Striptease. Was he in Striptease?
I didn't see Striptease.
Or maybe he was
I don't think he was in Striptease.
He was in like
He was in Archer. The television
whatever
show.
movie
the
that
cartoon.
was in, he was good in that. I thought it was Striptease. But
Didn't see it.
yeah, he's all right. He was in
He's all right.
He was in Striptease.
Didn't see it.
I forgot he was in Boogie Nights. Yeah, he's been in some things.
Oh yeah,
I
he was in
liked.
Boogie Nights. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been in some things I like. He was the centerfold for Cosmopolitan, I believe.
Yeah, but so was Yasser Serouan.
Oh, well, maybe I'm.
Yasser was
Merging the two
Yasser was the
stories.
Bachelor of the Month.
I forgot about that.
I didn't think he was completely losing after King H1 Rick G1, but all right.
Oh, Ben loves Mike Tyson Mystery Stores.
I won. Spencer let me win. Yeah, Mike Tyson Mysteries.
No, I
is,
missed the whole thing.
and I told Spencer about Mike Tyson Mysteries, and he said, "Man, this is great." It's great. One of the first episodes, one of the first few, is Mike Tyson knocks out Kasparov. It wasn't played by the actual Kasparov, but it's still funny.
Mm-hmm.